Welcome to this installment of the Dubb Academy with Paige Battcher. In this video, we will be discussing the big picture of video outreach.
Paige Battcher is the founder of Kismet Ideas, a mindset and tech empowerment company. She helps business owners generate more sales with authentic Dubb video outreach with her Kismet Story Selling Academy. Paige, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Shannon and Ruben. I love being here. And what I want to share today is just a short training of a longer series of trainings that I have to help you utilize video in your sales process. So let's dive in. Awesome. Yeah, sweet. So here we are. This is basically around conceptualizing the big picture of using video to fill your sales pipeline. And first, I always have to start with people. Your intention is so important. So where your energy goes is where your money will flow. And actually, you can replace money with anything: time, freedom, impact. The importance of this is that if video is new for you, or you're trying to make it more powerful and a more integrated part of your sales outreach process, you need to really picture the results that you will have. You need to make it about a successful outcome, and then that is what will shine through on your videos. So what I'm sharing is about saying goodbye to complicated sales processes that feel salesy, complicated, or gimmicky. And if you're anything like me, a couple of years ago, we all heard about funnels and heard about these sales funnels. And there was a certain component of it that always felt like a little bit too gimmicky or pushy. And what I'm sharing and what these guys at Dubb have created for all of us to be able to use is the ability to say hello to personalized video funnels that generate more leads and sales with ease, because you get to be your authentic self. And there's a lot of power in this world for doing that. So the overarching picture here is that all you need to generate sales online is a simple process plus simple technology, which is Dubb, right? Plus, and that'll equal simple sales. That's the formula, and it doesn't have to be confusing or complicated. And put another way, basically, you're talking about moving people through a buyer's journey. So you might start with having them understand why and how you can help solve their problems, right? It might move into a qualifying call or somebody filling out a form to make sure that it's a good fit to work together. And then you can move forward into an official invite, right? Showing them the value of making a decision, maybe sharing some of the details of what you're offering. And then it would move into actually generating a new client, enrolling them, and then moving into onboarding, right? Because you have that new client. And let me say that this process can work for all kinds of industries, from real estate to coaching to consulting. I've worked with clients who sell trash compacting, machines that are $100,000 and sold to McDonald's franchises. And I have people that help with pain management. So you can use this approach for a number of things. And I'm excited to get this next slide up there. There we go. Perfect. So I'm excited to show you just one experience of what this can look like. So here's what makes it a funnel, and the ability to string together different Dubb video landing pages in order to help build trust for your prospect and move them through the buying process. So what you're seeing here on screen, all of this is done in Dubb, with the help of PayPal as a third-party checkout process tool, and one of our favorite calendar tools, which is Book Like a Boss. But you can also really infinitely use this process to send people anywhere, and then to build out a follow-up nurture series from there. And it doesn't have to be complicated. So with this tool, hopefully you guys have at least seen and checked out Dubb, but you may not even understand all of the things that are possible. The number one most powerful feature is that you get instant landing pages. And that means as soon as you're done recording a video, you have a landing page. That there's so much power in that, right? And that allows you to link to any other part of your buyer's journey. You can get calls booked on your calendar, which is really, really powerful. You can collect payments through their PayPal integration, or you can send people over to your checkout pages elsewhere on the internet. You can collect forms, right? Form fields, which would grow your email list. You can also do registrations for live or pre-recorded events. If you've heard about lead magnets, this is a great way to get people to opt in for the valuable trainings or PDFs or whatnot that you have. You can automate the follow-up using Dubb. So as soon as that video is sent, you can measure the response and you can send automatic reminders. And this really, I feel like this screen kind of nails it, is there's a lot of noise out there. And if you see this red arrow here on this slide, a lot of people are teaching these advanced automated systems from the get-go. They're expressing these really big, robust tool sets, and I call it sometimes duct taping on these multiple layers of things that you have to do with tripwires and one-time offers and all of this stuff. And for some people, if you start with complicated, you end up less profitable. And so what I encourage is over here on the left, which is starting with personalized video outreach. Being yourself and really showing up authentic, you would be surprised how incredibly effective it is. I have clients right now that are seeing 40 to 60% click-through rates in emails. Most people don't even open a regular outreach email, and these with videos are getting dramatic open rates. And then you move into one-to-many automated nurturing, also known as drip sequences or nurture campaigns. You can do all of that within Dubb, right? But the purpose is to like build trust the whole entire way. So these are what I call the big three, which I think is really important to think about. If you feel overwhelmed in any way about what videos do I create and where do I put my focus and energy on, prospecting, onboarding, and offboarding. So you want a nurture series and a pipeline for prospecting brand new people and bringing them on board and making them a client. Once you have that down pat, you now have the ability to create an onboarding pipeline, which would be, what are the 3 to 5 steps that you normally tell a brand new client? And where do you find yourself repeating yourself? Where can you start to systemize some of that stuff through video? And I have a client who actually helps with bankruptcy. And when somebody's filing bankruptcy, you know, he's an attorney and he has to say, I need you to submit these 17 documents or follow these steps. Well, he created an additional videos that really, not only do they guide the process, but they help that person feel better in the process, which is just going to end up in a greater result overall. And then the third of these pipelines is offboarding, which would be your testimonial requests or getting referrals, right? Or gift giving. If you have a process for collecting their mailing address or their shirt size or their favorite scents and you want to send them a gift, you can set up those pipelines and automate those as well. So I'll go through this like super fast, but I encourage you to do this on your own if you're still trying to figure out where to get started. But the more clarity you have, the sooner you'll reach your sales goals. Right? If they're clear, concise, and measurable, then you'll hit them. And so if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I just want to hit those $20,000 months, well, break it down. So this very simple math is basically, if you want to have a $20,000 revenue goal and your average sales price is $2,000, then you need 10 new clients. This is just an example here, but hopefully you're moving with me. So if your desired new clients is 10, then I kind of run 2 different scenarios. A 10% yes rate, that if you do an outreach goal of 100 people in a given month, or if you break that down further, it's 25 a week or five new people a day, you will likely hit that desired goal. If you want to be even more conservative, you could go with a 5% yes rate, and that means 200 people a month, or, you know, when you break it down, it's 10 people a day. And some of you might be thinking, well, wow, that's a lot of videos to send out per day. But in reality, because you have instant landing pages and all of your call to actions and all of your things are going to be set up, and you know that once you film that first video, your prospect is going to get automated follow-up, you can start to do each new video within 5 to 10, 15 minutes if you're just getting started and need to build up that practice. So you can start to see how you could send out 5 or 10 new videos every single day. So the moral of this story is that you need to pencil it in and figure out, when are you actually going to take the time to do this? Because you're prospecting, if you're a busy business owner wearing all the hats, you still need to find time for when you're going to outreach so that you're not sitting back and waiting on referral only. So, and I say that from intimate experience, but it gets to be easy when you are yourself, you tell stories, and you just share how you can help people. So that's what brings me to this, which is that facts tell and stories sell. So I encourage you to start learning how to tell different stories in your outreach and through your prospecting pipeline. Well, through all three of your pipelines. And we could do an entire training on this. Maybe I'll see if Ruben and Shannon want to have me back on to do another training just on this alone. But I break down in my program the four different main categories of story types. So you have your shared legacy stories, which you might have also heard of them as a hero's journey or an epiphany story. These are really stories that are fast and to the point, but they help people understand what journey you took to be in a position to then help and support through your service, your product, or your offering, right? The second category is offer stories and offer assets. So that might be a slide presentation. It might be a video talking about your methodology. It might be a PDF download that talks about the process. Anything that offers up more information and more aspects of what you have to offer. Those are your offer stories and your offer assets. And then case studies and testimonials. So, have you considered maybe queuing up and adding context around one of your testimonials so you can record a quick video to say, hey, for instance, when Michelle came to me, she didn't have a website at all. And really, quite frankly, didn't even know the extent of the digital marketing services that she wanted to provide. But she made a decision that she was going to follow my guidance and send out videos for outreach and, identified exactly who she wanted to work with and landed a $31,000 contract, which is tremendous. And so you'll actually see in this playlist video below me that she is explaining, how this worked for her. And then I can play the testimonial, and I've taken the time to add context and build more trust when I'm sharing my testimonial. So that's the third category there. And then the fourth category is allegory stories, which a lot of people have fun with when I share this with them. And an allegory story is basically a story that's seemingly unrelated, but it's relatable. And then you relate it to your offer, right? So an example of that might be, I went to this party the other day and I got this really thoughtful gift for the birthday girl, but I put it all together and I forgot the handwritten birthday, card. I forgot to give her the card. Like, have you ever been there where you do 90% of it right, but you get that 10% wrong and then you beat yourself up for it, right? You missed the personal touch. Well, that's exactly what video can do. It can create this personal touch for people. And in the same time it would take me to write an email back and a long thought out response, I can actually just hit record on the camera and send back a video that conveys 95% more of the message that I want to share. And it's a lot like making sure to get that personalized handwritten note in the birthday gift. So when we can do that, right, we can really actually build that relationship with somebody and show them how much they mean to us. And that's what you can do with video, right? And then here's the part of my story that I can say to you: if you want help with video and you want the strategy to be able to build out your sales pipeline using video, then you can book a call below. And that's the kind of stuff that you can do with these video stories and the ease of Dubb landing pages. So I hope that kind of painted the picture of those story types. And I go a lot deeper in my program on each of them, story arcs and frameworks and whatnot. But it all comes down to this. Never have we ever, in the history of our lives as we know them on this planet, have we noticed that human connection is the ultimate. It's the thing that is lacking right now, and it's the thing that we need. So no matter what you sell, if you're watching this video right now, just remember that sales is a service, and you being able to show up as your authentic self and go out there and promote what you do, you are doing a service to other human beings. And video is the next best thing to being in person. So just always be thinking about whatever you would say to somebody if you met them in person. This is that opportunity to look into the camera and to really, truly connect with somebody, to connect with another human being. So Thanks, Shannon. Thanks, Ruben, for letting me share this training. If you are watching this and you want more, I invite you to connect with me. I'm Paige Battcher on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and you can also find me on my website, which is kismetideas.com or kismetstoryselling.com, and you can learn more, and I'd love to connect with you as well. That's all I've got. See you guys on the next one.